Sometimes, viewers, I will confess that my own interests are in my mind when I'm walking around the poster sessions. And one of the things that's always fascinated me is gender differences in disease. And my guest here, tell me your name.
I'm Alina Ofenheimer.
Thank you. Alina has been looking at gender differences in diabetes and a really, really fascinating outcome. Tell us all about it.
Yes, so we looked in the gender differences of diabetic but also pre-diabetic participants of our study. And we found that there are marked differences between male and female. And we found that also quite interesting that pre-diabetic patients have similar comorbidities profiles as diabetic patients have. And we found that women more often suffer from non-coronary artery disease and also depression, osteoporosis, and systemic inflammation. But
now that's kind of known.
Yes.
You know, that's a known that there's more inflammation in women, and there's more. Obviously, there's more osteoporosis. But what are the things that are really striking and that you were surprised by?
I think one of the biggest surprises for us was that this is not only in diabetic patients, but also already in pre-diabetic patients. And also that we confirmed that all those comorbidities already, that they exist in the general population, because our study is a general population cohort study, and we found all those comorbidities in pre-diabetic and diabetic patients there as well. And
this was a large cohort, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. We included more than 11,000 participants. So we used data from the LEAD study, and it is a large observational longitudinal study in Austria. And yes, exactly. So it was quite a large study. And we had the advantage that most of all comorbidities we were interested in, we had measurements for them, for the definition of them. So we didn't have to rely only on questionnaires.
So, Alina, you've done this research, you've found some really interesting results, some which really confirm what perhaps was already known or suspected.
Yes, exactly.
But what would you say to clinicians out there?
I would say that, like for us, it was most surprising that we also found quite a high prevalence of prediabetes in young children. And I think that the spotlight should also go to like this subgroup of patients, and that also in research, but also in the clinic, you have to consider sex differences.
And that, are we seeing that even in children?
Yes.
That's remarkable.
Yes.
So children of what age are we talking about?
For example, we found for children between the age of 6 to 10 years, we found a prevalence of 4.6% for prediabetes. So it's quite an alarming high rate.
That's shocking. But and you're seeing, so in that age bracket, 4 to 10, you're seeing, some androgen rise. You're seeing, but there's not that much difference between children of that age in terms of hormones until they get slightly older.
Yeah, exactly. And I think with our data, we are already looking forward to analyze the longitudinal data, because this is only a cross-sectional analysis. But we are really looking forward to have the longitudinal data to also see how those pre-diabetic boys and girls, how they develop and how their comorbidity profile will change. And yes,
it's a really interesting study. Congratulations on your poster.
Thank you very much.
Really, how shocking is it? 4.6%.
Yeah, it's quite high.
in children 4 to 10. So lots more work for the EASD. Thank you very much.
Thank you.